Our ship pulled into Vancouver early in the morning, and it was just so hard to believe that our week on the Majestic Princess cruise to Alaska was over. But the one compensation was that we were looking forward to our day in Vancouver. We stored our luggage right at the port, and we found a way to do that. I'll put the link in the description below. And also got hop-on, hop-off bus tour tickets before we even left home through a site called westcoastsightseeing.com. So we hightailed it off as quickly as we could and stored our luggage in order to get in line, because we've heard the lines can get very long for these tours.
A lot of seagulls.
There are.
Canada Place is Vancouver's main cruise ship terminal, convention center, Vancouver World Trade Center, and the virtual flight experience, Fly Over Canada.
Canada Place is the first stop on the hop-on, hop-off bus tour, and it's also where the cruise port is located. It's right next to the convention center, and you can also see the Olympic cauldron from the 2010 Winter Olympics as you drive by. We opted to take the full bus tour before we got off because we've heard that lines can get long at certain stops. So we just wanted to make sure we had time to travel around and see everything. There are 11 stops on the bus tour. So we went all the way around before we kind of just stayed on and then got off. We saw lots of coffee shops as we traveled around. Coffee is a huge deal in Vancouver, as well as bikes. So if you want to rent a bike while you're here, there are a lot of different places where you can rent a bike and just travel around on your own and see the city, or take a bike ride over to Stanley Park, which is where we're going to go here in just a minute. But there you can see some of the bikes that are for rent. So after we traveled all the way around, we decided to get off at the second stop, which is the harbor front. And we decided to walk from there over to Stanley Park. There are also cruises available here if you ever wanted to take a cruise of the harbor. We're doing the hop-on, hop-off bus tour, and right now we're in Stanley Park, and we're looking at the marina behind us here, and it's just gorgeous. What a nice day.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. A little dry, but really nice day here.
So we're going to take a walk on the seawall and see what that's about. I guess they have a rose garden here, and so we're going to take a walk, get some exercise on this really nice day before we hop on the bus again. So many of the buildings here, the tall skyscrapers, apartments, have glass. I can tell that they really want to let the light in and see the scenery, obviously, but a lot of glass on these buildings. Very cool. gun, it's more like a cannon, gets fired every night at 9 o'clock p.m. There's so much to see and do at Stanley Park that you could easily spend a whole day just here exploring. And there's also some totem poles that you can take in, and these are free to view. They're at the Brockton Point location. And they also have their own gift shop with a little cafe and also ice cream if you're in the mood for that on a hot day. In Stanley Park, they also have an aquarium that you could go check out. That does cost money. There is an admission, but they also have these beautiful trails that you can just explore on your own. We didn't have time to go through all of Stanley Park on this day, but we got as far as we could, and it was just beautiful. We decided to hop on the bus again, and this time we had to wait in line just a little while. And as we pulled away, we got to see some of Stanley Park again, including the beautiful Rose Garden. One thing that we just loved about Vancouver was how many trees, shrubs, and plants there were everywhere. Vancouver has the goal of having an urban forest, and there are strict guidelines that must be followed in terms of development to make sure that the trees and plants are everywhere, and we even saw a lot of them on roofs as we went by different buildings. The next place we decided to get off the hop-on, hop-off bus, and by the way, they do have bikes available for rent here too as well, was Granville Island. Granville Island is a peninsula that has lots of cute little shops, art galleries, there's musicians, water activities, and they have a huge marketplace there that we decided to go check out. place here, and we just got a double baked almond croissant we're gonna try at this place right behind us here. It's called Tara's Breads. There it is. So here's what it looks like.
Oh.
Doesn't that look good?
Oh yeah.
Really good. And you can see how many places there are. This is a huge marketplace. Lots of goodies to try. So we might try a couple things here.
Good.
Margarita pizza. Ron's hungry.
Cheesy?
Very cheesy. I love the basil, fresh tomatoes.
Keep your rambling mind riding. Every cycle.
After exploring Granville Island for a while, we hopped back on the bus for one last stop at Gastown. We wanted to see the clock there and also check out a few shops in this area as well. By the way, if you like sushi, there are tons of sushi restaurants in Vancouver. You won't have to look far to find one. And then we walked over to the Vancouver Lookout. Ron had a ticket to go up, but I opted out since the elevator's on the outside of the building, and I'm a little afraid of heights.
Get up here.
I tell you one thing, I better not open this one.
Yeah.
Better be a door in the back.
We're getting up there.
Yeah.
Where's that bike grip?
Wow.
Okay, there you go. That's just like.
After Ron returned down safely, after enjoying the views up there, we decided to walk back to Canada Place. We needed to get back there by 4:00 p.m. in order to pick up our luggage, and they were very strict on this. So it was a close walk anyway, so we opted to do that. Then we just needed to ride the escalators down to the lower level to pick up our luggage. It was the same place that we had dropped it off in the morning, so it was pretty easy to find. This is also where you would embark on a cruise if you were coming into port. And we were kind of wishing it was us with the Bon Voyage signs there, but instead we needed to head home. But we did. We had a great cruise, a great week on the Majestic Princess visiting Alaska. And we hope you enjoyed watching the videos in this series as well. If you did, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to our videos. It really helps us out. Thanks so much, and God bless.